Welcome to Borderland, an English journeys tour in the Welsh marches. This is a guided journey which I'd love you to join me on, in reality if you like, if you have the opportunity. Journeying away from the busy cities into the deep west of England by car, bike, or on some of the many footpaths here. Or you can listen, travelling in your imagination, and conjuring up landscapes and stories in your mind's eye. England is a busy little country. It's been lived in, farmed, fished, walked over, fought over for thousands of years. And you don't have to scratch the surface too deeply to uncover the stories and traces of our ancestors, of the people who have lived, loved, worked and died here since ancient times. The Marches, the border territory between England and Wales, is one of the culturally richest areas in Britain. Today, there is a remote peacefulness about the place in its green, rural quiet. But the hill forts, Roman camps, castles and memorials we encounter as we travel along its ancient roads and lanes, they tell a different story. A story of raids, of battle, of looting and burning. A history dim in the collective memory now, but it's a memory still. But of course, that's not the only story. We meet bustling market towns, pubs, cider houses, beautiful churches, and there is still a sense of the numinous in this ancient landscape, of other worlds and other forces just out of sight, in the shadows, hidden by a thin veil, and which may break through to remind us of the strangeness which exists beyond our mundane lives. And it's a journey in which we plunge ourselves into the rich landscapes of the county of Herefordshire. We dip in and out of river valleys, the Lug, the Arrow and the Wye, and follow the rivers Dore and Monnow as they mark the border between England and Wales. On our travels, we discover a lush, remote and unspoilt country, of which few people, even in England, are aware. So, on our journey, we set out from Great Malvern in the southwestern corner of Worcestershire, and climb up the steep eastern face of the Malvern Hills, a huge panorama opening up over the Severn Valley to the Cotswold Escarpment and the Forest of Arden in the east. And then we go over the top into a quite different landscape of rolling wooded hills and rich valley farmland. We drop down into the pretty town of Ledbury in the Leaden Valley and then head northwest towards Leominster, the principal market town in the north of the county. This is a gentle country. It's a sequence of water meadows, orchards, hop fields, pasture and plough, the broad landscapes of central Hereford and the Lug Valley. But then, as we head west from Leominster, we enter a more ancient world, deeper, quieter, wilder. Steep green valleys, wooded hilltops, streams and rivers running east, tumbling down from Llanbedr and the Black Mountains. This is a border country of castles and hill forts, of great square church towers built for strength and defence, as much as for the glory of God. And then we emerge into the open sweep of the Wye Valley, a tamer terrain, to journey back down lanes coloured by the red Herefordshire soil to the well-tended fields and grand vistas of the Malverns. The journey is intended to guide you through some of the most beautiful country in Britain, to help you discover intriguing places, but above all, to gain an insight into the culture and identity of the land that you're travelling. And don't rush it. Take it easy. We're going to be slipping into a different landscape and a different pace of life, where time is something to savour. It's not a competitor for our attention, and it's not a dash from one attraction to another. The journey itself is our subject. The textures, colours, purpose and history of the landscapes and townscapes we pass through. It's a celebration of land and of story. Listen and subscribe to English Journeys wherever you get your podcasts.